Dan Illman, Mike Beer, late pick 5 time at Belmont Park on Belmont Derby Saturday, starting with the Belmont Oaks. Let's throw up the field. Grade 1, 3-year-old fillies going a mile and a quarter. $700,000 is the purse. Looks like Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore have another good one. The 5 Santa Barbara. She's still eligible for a non-winners of 2 life, Mike, but she's already Group 1 placed against older fillies and mares. And what a pedigree.
Yeah, I mean, she's bred to be a good horse. She looks like a good horse when you watch her run. You're right, only 1 win so far, Dan. That and her only race is a 2-year-old. But man, she ran really well in a Group 1 last time against some pretty solid older competition. And I thought even her return from the layoff was a good performance.
I believe she's kin to 2 Breeders' Cup winners. We'll throw up the Timeform U.S. Pace Projector. Spanish Love Affair, the number 4, has some early speed. I think she'll be close to the pace. Conlima's versatility might give her a little bit of an edge in this field because she's proven from on the lead. She's proven from just off. Flavian Pratt probably plays the break, but I agree with Timeform US. I think these two are 1-2 heading into the backstretch.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it too. I mean, if nothing else, I feel like that's how they should ride Spanish Love Affair, whether it works out or not. I think they should just put her on the lead and see what happens going a mile and a quarter. And the good thing the thing that Conlima has going for, Dan, is that she can get that kind of a trip. And I think that made all the difference the last time we saw her in the Wonder Again.
Perfect segue to the Wonder Again. And Conlima's turned into a little overachiever, hasn't she? She's now 6 for 11, multiple stakes winner. Here she is in the Wonder Again last time out, and she sits just off. She's going to get to the outside of this pace setter jouster. She's going to come with a run, but keep an eye on the horse on the far outside in the pink and yellow. That is Plum Ali, who gave up a lot of ground after breaking from a tough outside post.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to take anything away from what Conlima does in here to wind up victorious. The second and third finishers both ran really well in here without getting as lucky as Conlima did. But that's what you like about Conlima. She can get that trip in her races. She sits there. She's very handy when she has to be. Even early on in that race we just watched, Dan, she looked like she was a little keyed up early on, but Pratt got her to settle down. He got her to control it. She sat the right trip and she prevailed.
In from France is the number 2, Sirona. This one just missed in a Group 1 race 2 starts back, and they ran her in the French Oaks. Maybe you could make the argument she was kind of down in behind horses till inside the 2 furlong pole. I'm not sure it really cost her. I didn't think she had a ton of run late, but she was kind of down on the rail and in behind for a while.
That's true. And I'm with you. I don't think it cost her in there. I think at the end of the day, she just wasn't good enough. The flip side of that is, felt like it was a pretty good field. The 1-2 finishers of that race both look like they're pretty good. And this filly gave a pretty good account of herself there. So I thought that race was fine. When she just missed 2 starts back, I thought she ran fine that day too. I didn't see the big excuse for her there. She got to the lead. She was clear down into the deep stretch before she just got nailed. She ran well in that race. I mean, I think she's a contender in here, Dan. I couldn't talk myself into her, but I think she has a shot.
A filly that already has 2 victories at a mile and a quarter is the 3 Higher Truth, a daughter of the great Galileo, trained by Chad Brown. Let's watch her first start against Winners. Last month at Belmont Park on June the 10th, she found a really good trip in this race, Mike. She kind of just tracked the pace in the second flight. She grinded with a 3-wide bid on the turn, and she just utilizes his stamina here. This was not a strong field. Chad keeps the faith, however, steps her up into this race, a race he's had a lot of success in, obviously, and she has a lot of upside.
Yeah, she does. She's run well in all of her races, even her career debut. She was very green in that race. You could tell that was a race that she really needed. And she's really come forward since then. It feels like she gets better from race to race. She's got a European pedigree. You don't worry about the distance here. And you're going to get Chad Brown in a major race on the turf of New York at a price in here. I don't think this horse is impossible. She has to improve to beat this field, but she's not impossible.
Spanish Love Affair might be considered a bit of an in and outer. She looked really good when she finished first in the Here Comes the Bride, and then she was disqualified. She came back to form last time out in the Regret. I think that was the right way to ride her. You got her right up close to the pace. She fought hard. She was just outkicked by Gam's Mission. She might have an easy time of it on the lead. I just wonder if we've seen her best. I wonder if she lacks the upside of some of the others.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't love her chances in here. She's actually pretty good. The Here Comes the Bride, she was much the best in there. I thought an indecisive and maybe an overconfident ride got her beat that day. And she had an excuse too back then. The Appalachian, she got nailed at the start of that race and wound up last. I think she just lost all chance at that point. She came back and ran fine last time, but she's got to do better than that.
Here's how highly regarded Santa Barbara was overseas. Based on one maiden win as a 2-year-old, she shows up and she's the favorite in the 1,000 guineas. She's the favorite in the Epsom Oaks. And she was beaten in both of those races, but she came right back in the Pretty Polly. She was bet to 3-1 in this field. And let's watch her performance right now. Thundering Knights we're very familiar with, Mike. She's the one that just missed a Mean Mary in the New York at Belmont Park, shipping back to Europe. Santa Barbara, you see, in behind, now has a chance in the clear, is going to duck inside, is going to run really well to just miss.
This is a good performance. Thundering Knights, as you mentioned, ran really well over here in the New York with a 101 by her speed figure, missing by a nose. And Santa Barbara gives her all she wants here, Dan. You saw that Thundering Knights got the jump on her there in the stretch. Santa Barbara came back with a really game where she had her shot to win it. I mean, she got right up to that horse at the end. She just couldn't get by, but I don't think that's any disgrace considering how good Thundering Knights is.
That horse just has way more of an experience edge than Santa Barbara. She really ran well, turning back to 1.25 miles after that race in the Epsom Oaks. Nazuna is also based in Europe. She is Group 2 placed. We have seen her in North America. Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf failed to fire that day. What did you think of her last race, the Princess Elizabeth, Mike? It looked like she was kind of in between horses. She split them, and she was never a match for the winner.
Yeah, I just couldn't get to the winner who was on the lead the whole way. I thought this horse ran fine for the most part. She did have a horse right alongside her through much of the stretch, and so she couldn't get fully clear, but she had plenty of time in there and just really wasn't any match for the winner. I don't know if I feel like she's good enough to beat this field, Dan. I will say this, though. Since she broke her maiden in her second career start, she's run 4 times, finished second in 3 of them, and has been behind wire-to-wire winners in all 4 of those races. So things haven't exactly gone her way on the track.
I'm a little concerned about the distance with her. She's stretching out here, although I think you have to trust Roger Varian in these kind of races. Plum Ali is next. She's shown talent since day one for Christophe Clement, won the Miss Grillo as a 2-year-old, third in the Appalachian in her seasonal debut. A race in just, she had no chance from a pace standpoint. And last time out in the Wonder again, we saw her flying at the end. She's a little bit underrated. She's 7-2 on the morning line. I wonder if she drifts a little bit and she's going to be running at the end of this race.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of price she is, because I feel like if you like her, you have to get some kind of a price on her. I'm not sure how far she wants to go, Dan. I know that she's a good horse, though. To me, she's run really well in every one of her starts so far, and I know she's lost 3 in a row, but those races are easy to make excuses for. Her most recent start in the Wonder again, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious to anybody who watches the full replay that she was probably best in there. The outside post at 1 1/8 miles on the inner turf at Belmont is really tough to overcome, and Rosario just had to give away all of his position to avoid getting caught wide, and it cost her at the end. She ran great last time, and I know she's outside again, but it's a much longer run to the first turn, going 1.25 miles.
Completing the field is Gam's Mission, who has gone from point to point to point. She has won 3 races in a row, has improved each and every time, and she looked good winning the Grade 3 Regret. She beat Spanish Love Affair on the square that day, Mike. Spanish Love Affair was up close to the pace. Gam's Mission came and got her. This horse runs at the end of her races.
Yeah, I like the way that she kicks on, too. Once they get her in the clear in the stretch, she runs every time. I feel like she's still improving from race to race. She probably has to improve again, but I don't see why that's impossible. And she has the pedigree to handle this stretch out, Dan. Her second dam is Auntie Mame, who won the Flower Bowl.
Top pick time for the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks. Santa Barbara, the big name in this race. We're going to try to take some better priced opportunities. Plum Ali is your top pick. She has shown a lot of ability, and it looks like she might be racing herself back into shape in her 3rd start of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I have to give her one more chance in here, Dan, if the price is right. I think she's run too well to lose in each of her last 2 starts, and things didn't go her way. I'm not way against Santa Barbara. I think she's way the horse to beat in here. I'm going to take a small shot with Plum Ali.
Santa Barbara's both of our second choices in this race. Higher Truth, as you mentioned, finally get a price on a Chad Brown horse in a major stakes race. This horse lacks a little bit of explosiveness. She's going to be taking on a very tough test from a class standpoint, but I like the 2 wins at 1.25 miles. She looks like a true stayer that can adapt to any kind of pace scenario. 7-5-3-2 for Mike, 3-5-2-6 for me. Grade 1 Belmont Oaks, real nice card at beautiful Belmont on Saturday. Good luck.